Ladies and gentlemen, hello and a warm welcome to the national finals of SBI Wizards 2022. I'm Gautam Bose, your quiz master for the day. We are going to have a wonderful time today conducting the quiz. Before we go any further, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are present here, I wish all of you give a huge round of applause to SBI for presenting this quiz this year. Thank you very much for all the far and wide. Can the audio be pumped up a little, please? So I'll just quickly tell you about SBI Wizards. Those of you who are not yet aware of it, this is the second edition of the quiz that we are doing this year. Last year was a phenomenal success. Basis of that, SBI decided to continue with this wonderful employee engagement. With the employee engagement, what it essentially means in Wizards is a concept which is unique in itself. Why? Because it not only allows an employee of this prestigious bank to participate in this quiz, but it also allows one of their chosen family member to participate alongside them. Hence, this becomes a very unique concept. I'll quickly, can I get a different microphone please, because the sound is coming every now and then. Yeah. That one? Okay, please get that ready. So as I was saying, this year, what we did was, first of all, we started. Hello. We start with online elimination. Am I audible to all of you? No? There's some disturbance with the audio. People will get that rectified. So these kind of things will keep on happening. Don't worry, I'm a Bengali at heart. So I've shifted to greener pastures, but as we go along, we'll get this sorted out. All right. So as I was saying, we started with the elimination round wherein thousands of teams participated. From there onwards, we went to the interactive online rounds. We divided SBI into 16 circles. Mumbai was clubbed together. Hence 16 circles. From there onwards, we went to the all important finals. Started out quickly, please. And today we are here with the 6 best teams who are qualified to play the national finals. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, many of you might think that quizzing is only a game of intellect and recall and brainiac people and all of that. Well, that might be true, but in my quizzes, along with all of that, what is also very important is edutainment. What is edutainment? I define edutainment as education along with entertainment. So we are going to have a whale of a time. We have lots and lots of audience questions. So every now and then, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to ask for a quick chit chat with the audience. Please feel engaged, be participative, and encourage the teams, whoever your favorite team in the DM, to win this quiz. Huge prizes. Top 3 podium finishers will get cash prizes. But beyond the cash, what I would like to tell you is that the prestige of winning SBI Wizards, because inter alia, SBI quiz. So being amongst the top 3 is going to be a memory that they're going to cherish for a long while. But ladies and gentlemen, I've said enough regarding the introduction of the quiz. I'm pleased to have the presence of few important people in the house today. We have Mr. Madhukar Anand, GM Director, SBIL. Please give him a round of applause, sir, for being here. We have Dr. Arvind Kumar, GM Network 1, Kolkata. Thank you, sir. We have Mr. Yeah, thank you. You have to exercise your muscles and keep clapping because this is going to be a fairly long quiz. And you have to do this. Mr. Sanjay Yadav, GM Network 2, Kolkata. A round of applause, please. Mr. Dr. N.S. Moni, DGM Funds Global Markets, Kolkata. Give him a round of applause. And Mr. N. Krishna in SBIL. Thank you very much. And Ashok Akulji, give him a round of applause. All right. So beyond this important people, we are streaming this event live across all SBI on Facebook, and elsewhere. So there are lots and lots of people who are going to watch about you participation and how you try and stake a claim at the podium finish. So thank you very much for those who have joined us. There are important people who are also watching us from your head office. Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much to you, DGM sir, I believe, has joined us. Jashi ma'am has also, I believe, joined us. So thank you. And I'm going to now begin with the proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told, yeah, this is the third one in about 10 minutes. Hope this works. All right. We are in DD's land, so yeah. Okay, I was strictly told no political jokes today. I'm known for that, but let's see how this unfolds. Ladies and gentlemen, now what is most important is please to understand I'm a performer, this is my job. But the most important people today are the 6 finalists who have joined us today. They are qualified, they have qualified through rigorous rounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce them to you one by one. Gaurav, can we have, yeah. Can we have the names, please? So on my right is going to be team number 1. The first name that you're going to see today, as we read along their names, there please, who they are. Nimesh and Anshu from Team Bhubaneswar, please welcome them on stage with a round of applause. Welcome Nimesh, welcome Anshu, Team Bhubaneswar. Make a quick sprint onto the stage, please. Can you have the name tag put up? All right, Nimesh Nayan and Anshu Sinha, welcome. Nimesh, why are you looking so serious? Everything well, I hope? All right. And your husband and wife, presumably. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said today, your drill is pretty simple. You'll have to clap a lot. Please clap once again for team number 1, Nimesh and Anshu. Neighboring them, ladies and gentlemen, is team Amravati. Please welcome Bhagya and Gayatri. Welcome Bhagya, welcome Gayatri. Yes, some people at the back are not clapping for some reason. Please do encourage them. Who are not RRR the movie, so just do not sit back and enjoy. I mean, of course, do that, but also encourage them. All right, welcome Bhagya and Gayatri, mother and daughter combination. A warm welcome to you, to the city of joy. Is it the first time you have arrived at Kolkata? Hope you're liking my city. So please be seated. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as team number 3 from the city of Ahmedabad, let's welcome Deepshika and Krishnam. Welcome Deepshika, welcome Krishnam. Husband and wife combination making their way onto the national finals. Ladies and gentlemen, please do remember the teams that you see, they have qualified, they have beaten thousands of other teams to be here today. Welcome Deepshika, welcome Krishnam from the city of Ahmedabad. Now moving to the left of the stage as team number 4, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Roshan and Shilpa from Thiruvananthapuram. Welcome. Make a quick sprint onto the stage. You can use the flight of stairs to your right as you join us on team number 4. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the penultimate team, and before I take the name, I have to tell you this. The audience out here, most of you are from the city of Kolkata. I'm told this particular team is not only from Kolkata, but from this particular building that we are beaming you from. So ladies and gentlemen, tremendous round of applause for Subrat and Pragya. Let's welcome them as team number 5. Welcome. Please join us as team number 5. And both of them are SBI employees. Welcome. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching us live on various streams, I must also give you another important input. This team, the Kolkata team, through all the labyrinth of rounds that we conducted earlier, the highest score across all the rounds was scored by Sugata and Pragya. So they are going to be the team to beat. Let's see how this unfolds. But ladies and gentlemen, don't stop clapping because the final team, Preeti and Tarushi from Chandigarh, mother and daughter, is going to join us as team number 6. Please don't be stingy or partial in clapping. You should clap for all the teams. Welcome Tarushi, welcome Preeti. Well, these are, ladies and gentlemen, the 6 of the brightest and best teams that SBI has to offer. So once again, clap for all of them, all the 6 teams. Wonderful, wonderful to have you all here. And play well, play hard, play to win. Top 3 podium finishers will walk home with prizes. But as I said, beyond the prizes, try to enjoy the quiz. I'm sure you'll have a fun time. To the audience, do not feel left out. We have enough questions coming your way. And beyond the questions, every now and then I can call one of you on stage and ask to give a speech like Didi or maybe say Ravindra Sangeet for us. So whichever is more interesting for the audience. All right, so the teams are here. The quiz master is here. What are we waiting for? Let's straight go into the quiz and see what the rounds that we have in store for them. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the rounds. I'm going to explain each to them. But before we do that, another very important thing is we have a short video which has been made by the SBIL team. This is a video which showcases the journey of SBI Wizards this year and beyond SBI Wizards, also SBI as a brand. I request people at the background to please play the video. This will showcase our journey this year and will give some inputs about the wonderful, wonderful work that SBI is doing. Enjoy this.
State Bank of India warmly welcomes all of you to the grand finale of SBI Wizards 2022. Every person, every household, every business has an incredible story to tell. Being the banker behind those stories is no easy task. At SBI, our philosophy is simple. People, our customers, and our colleagues. They are at the heart of everything we do. Every decision we take is powered by a single choice of being at the forefront to embrace change without losing sight of our enduring values. The pandemic tested us without measure. It was a year of disruption. At SBI, we took the challenge head on. Amidst those rapid changes, our people displayed remarkable adaptability, resilience, and grit. 2021 evolved into a year of positivity and transformation, the coming of a new dawn. Extraordinary times require us to do extraordinary things. Keeping in mind the need of the hour, SBI introduced a gamut of employee-friendly measures to instill a sense of positivity and empowerment in its workforce. One of STU's exceptional initiatives is SBI Wizards, a fun-filled and unique family quiz contest open to all employees of the bank. Launched last year, it was an immediate success with the employees. There was widespread participation and the contest generated significant enthusiasm and camaraderie. At each stage, the participants gave it their all. The finals held at the SBIL auditorium in Kolkata saw each team fighting it out while the audience cheered them on. This year too, the participation and the enthusiasm around the event have been phenomenal. Widely publicized across all internal channels of the bank, the event has seen employees participate from across the world. As in the first edition, this year too saw employees teaming up with a family member to contest. The preliminary round started on 5th March. A total of 96 teams, 6 teams from each circle, qualified for the quarterfinals. 16 teams made it to the semi-finals. 6 teams qualified for the finals. The finalists are Ahmedabad.
Hello, this is Deepshika, Deputy Manager at Admin Office.
Hello, this is Krishna.
And we are representing Ahmedabad Circle. The journey so far was fun-filled and competitive as well. We had some knowledge-sharing experience too.
Thank you SBI for giving this platform for the employees and their family members. And looking forward to the grand finale with lots of hope and positivity.
Amravati.
Namaste. I am Lakshmi Bhagya with my daughter Gayatri Somya from Amravati Circle. First of all, I would like to say thanks to State Bank of India for conducting a family quiz. The journey of reaching grand finale has given me very chilling experience, and I feel very glad to be a part of this journey. This initiation is going to be a great encouragement and leaves positive vibes in my younger ones. I wish all the very best to all my dear teams, and thanks to State Bank of India once again.
Thank you SBI for conducting this event, and because of this event I was able to gain confidence and experience. Once again, thank you.
Bhubaneswar.
I am Nimesh Nayan, Chief Manager at SBI Gopalpuram C. With me, my better half, Mrs. Ansu Sinha, and we are representing the Bhubaneswar Circle in SBI Wizards Family Quiz Finale. And it is an enjoyable and thrilling journey.
We loved SBI Wizards. It connected us as a family.
Chandigarh.
Hi everyone, this is Preeti Sharma, AGM and Director, SBID Panchkula, along with my daughter, Tarushi Sharma. And this roller coaster ride has been exciting and landed us into the grand finale of the SBI Wizard Family Quiz.
All the best to all the finalists. I am so proud to be an extended member of the SBI family. Thank you.
Kolkata.
Hi, I am Subrat Kumar Sundar Rai.
And I am Pragya Subrat.
We both work for SBI. I at State Bank Institute of Leadership.
And I at LHO Kolkata. We are happy to be part of SBI Wizards this year, more so to represent Kolkata Circle in the grand finale.
The journey to the finals was an interesting one, with challenges at every stage. It was a learning experience also. The finals, I am sure, is going to be much more exciting, much more challenging, and we are looking forward to the experience. At the same time, we would like to thank STU for this wonderful initiative, which not only promotes healthy competitiveness, but also positivity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thiruvananthapuram.
Hello everyone, I am Roshan Roy, Branch Manager, SBI branch, representing Thiruvananthapuram Circle. Along with me is my wife Shilpa Chako. It was really a wonderful journey reaching the national finals of the SBI Wizards. With so much happiness and excitement. We are really thankful to SBI for providing such a fun and informative space which brings out the theme of positivity.
We are so glad to be part of SBI Wizards. It was really a nice experience to participate along with my better half.
Our strategic training unit has played a monumental role in progressing the bank into a learning organization. As a result, the bank has won several awards, including the prestigious ET Human Capital Awards under the category Excellence in Creating a Culture of Continuous Learning and Upskilling. Ably supported by the ATIs and the SBILDs, STU rolled out a series of rich and engaging training programs that enhanced the skills of our workforce. There was an optimal blend of online and physical programs. Existing partnerships like the one with EDX also flourished. The 6 ATIs provide training to employees in their respective areas of specialization. SBIL is the venue for the grand finale of SBI Wizards 2022. SBIL, spread over 10 acres of land in Newtown, the financial hub of Kolkata, with its world-class infrastructure, provides a serene learning experience to the participants. We welcome all of you to this grand finale of SBI Wizards 2022. We congratulate the finalists and wish them all the best.
Well, Kolkata is known for being boisterous. I do not like the sound of the clap. That was rather muted. Let's hear it once again. Wonderful, wonderful video. And I must say this, Gayatri. Lakshmi, I saw your video. Where is Preeti Tarushi? I saw your video. You seem to be the most interested one and most enthusiastic. Let's see whether that enthusiasm translates into today's performance or not. But once again, to all the 6 lovely, lovely teams, I wish you all the best. Do well in today's quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, let's straight dive into the rounds that we have in store for all of you. Here comes the rounds. Gaurav, we need to see the rounds. The first round, I'm going to explain it to you very quickly. It's rather simple, the first round. Why? Because it's on multiple choice questions. We are going to start with team number 1, which is Nimesh and Anshu. I'm going to ask the question. There are going to be 4 options, right? 4 options. Listen to this very carefully. There is a timer in place. The timer is of 15 seconds only, but that 15 seconds is going to start only once I complete reading the full question along with the options. Right? And I've been extra nice to all of you since we are in the summer at Kolkata. I've been extra nice to you. Just in case you don't give the right answer, I'm going to pass along the question only once to your neighboring team. What that means is I'm going to start with team 1. If they answer it correctly, they get a +10, end of story. All right. But if they do not answer it correctly, the same question, then pass it on to team 2 only once. All right, on the pass, you get a +5. And if you do not get an answer in the first 2 instances, then as a quiz master, I'm going to bounce it back to the audience. Well, in this round, I don't think there are going to be too many chances for the audience because the teams are really, really clever. So +10, +5, 15 seconds is all you have. Any doubts, any questions for me? All right, I call this round. Let's go to the screen is there. I call this round launch pad. Nimesh, Anshu, I've already stated the rules pretty evidently, so let's not ponder too much on this. Please switch on your microphone so that the audience can also listen to your innovative guesswork. Already, Nimesh, Anshu, all the best to you. Here comes the first question of the national finals on your screens now. Here comes the question. Osman Ali Khan, the last Nizam, used which 185 carat diamond as a paperweight? He used the diamond as a paperweight. Your options are Jacob Diamond, Moon of Baroda, Hope Diamond, Kohinoor. Let's start the timer, 12 seconds down. Kohinoor. Kohinoor is your guess. Let's click the Kohinoor. If it is correct, it will turn to green, but it's incorrect. You took around about 10 seconds to answer that, but I'm afraid that's the wrong answer. I'm going to pass it across to Team Amravati for their guess.
It might be Hope Diamond.
Hope Diamond is what Team Amravati says rather meekly. Let's click on to see Hope Diamond. Well, ominous signs. The first question is unanswered. So what I'm going to do is, where are the audience prizes? I need somebody to distribute the audience prizes. I hope we have lots of them. So anybody in the audience who wants to take a guess? Yes, sir. First, your name, a microphone also needs to be passed along to him. Your name first. Pushpen Roy. Hi, Roy. Welcome. What's your answer? Moon of Baroda. Moon of Baroda is what you say. Now, this is what is going to happen. There are 4 options. 3 have already been taken. Moon of Baroda. Let's click B. Moon of Baroda, which Mr. Roy says. So the answer. Now, how many of you want to answer? Well, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, believe you me, the last Nizam had this 185 carat diamond, which he actually, I'll give you some backdrop to this. He found it inside a shoe, in fact, inside a shoe. And later, he used it as a paperweight. The answer to this is the Jacob Diamond. Let's click Jacob Diamond. So no points. Maybe a round of applause for the question. Nobody will answer the first one, but not to worry. Lakshmi and Gayatri, next up is going to be your direct question. Please switch on your microphone and say something so that we know your microphone is working. Please say something on the microphone. Yeah, it's working. You need not be so worried. Okay, enjoy the show. Here comes your question, Team Amravati, on the screen now. Historically known as Shiraz-e-Hind, the city was founded by the Sultan of Delhi, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, in 1359 and was named in memory of his cousin Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Which city? Your options are Tughlaqabad, Firozabad, Jaunpur, Mehrauli. Run the timer, please. 13 seconds, 10 seconds now. Tick-tock, quickly. It's B, Firozabad. It's B, Firozabad is what Team Amravati says. It's incorrect, so I'm going to pass it across to Team Ahmedabad. Mehrauli. Your answer is D, Mehrauli. Well, this is not looking too good, but this is just the start. I see lots of hands. Probably I'm going to pass on to this side. Your name first. Wait for the microphone to reach you. Your name first.
Devashish Roy.
Ouch, from that Roy to Mr. Roy. All right, Devashish Roy. What's your answer?
It's Tughlaqabad, but I think it's obvious might be wrong as well.
Tughlaqabad. Wait. Don't be in a hurry. Well, Tughlaqabad. Well, there was a bit of trick in this question for those watching us online. Let me tell you, the question did suggest that it was named upon the memory of his cousin Muhammad bin Tughlaq. But Muhammad bin Tughlaq had another name. He had a nickname called John Khan. Hence, the answer is Jaunpur. Let's take Jaunpur. Here comes the answer. Well, the first 2 questions, this is not what I expect. I do not expect claps for myself. I expect claps for the teams Ahmedabad, whether they are going to turn the wheel of fortune and get the 10-pointer, the opening 10-pointer of the quiz, remains to be seen. All the best, Team Ahmedabad. Here comes your question on the screen. Now, Budai was a Chinese folklore monk whose name means God sat. which comes from the bag that he is conventionally depicted as carrying. So he carries a bag. That is how he is depicted. He is usually identified as an incarnation of Maitreya, which is the future Buddha. How do we know him better? And your options are Dalai Lama, Sleeping Buddha, Laughing Buddha, or Karmapa. Run the timer, please.
C. Laughing Buddha.
C. Laughing Buddha. Ladies and gentlemen, the first two questions remain unanswered. Now is the time when all of you should thunderously clap for Team Ahmedabad. They're absolutely right. 10 points. Laughing Buddha. We see the statues of Laughing Buddha across. So Laughing Buddha is on that, so it means cloth sack and rest of it. Just to tell the audience that the other three options were indeed incorrect. Gaurav, can you click the other three options? They will turn to red, which means you were absolutely correct. You can afford a smile. You just won yourself 10 points, Team Ahmedabad. Well done to you. All right, let's now shift action to Thiruvananthapuram. All the best to you. Here comes your question on the screen now. Who served as the finance minister in the reconstituted cabinet? That is important, the word, reconstituted cabinet of the interim government of British Indian Empire prior to our independence. And your options are Liaquat Ali Khan, Jawaharlal Nehru, R.K. Shanmugam Chetty, or Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Run the time, please. And your answer, please.
R.K. Shanmugam Chetty.
R.K. Shanmugam Chetty is incorrect. Click on to C is incorrect. I want to pass it across to Team Kolkata. Quick answer, please.
I will guess Jawaharlal Nehru.
You will guess Jawaharlal Nehru. I'm afraid that's also incorrect. Well, the word reconstituted was very important. So before I say that, let's pass it on to the audience. How about you? Can a microphone be carried along to the gentleman in blue checkered shirt? Your name, please.
I am Madhukar Gupta. Correct answer is Liaquat Ali Khan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please clap for Mr. Gupta and a prize for him, please. Wherever prizes are, can a prize be given along to Mr. Gupta? You'll get it in some time, so you can relax, sit down. We are going to, if not now, we are going to courier it across to your house, and we use only Blue Dart. This is SBI. All right. Once again, please do clap for Mr. Gupta. Well answered. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a little bit of backdrop. I did suggest that the word reconstituted is very important. Why? Because when initially the cabinet was, the interim government was formed, the Muslim League had not joined the cabinet. They did not support the Indian National Congress at that point in time. Hence, it was, who was the first finance minister? Can anybody tell me? No, not Shanmugam Chetty, but the gentleman who is very important to SBI, rather. Yes. But later on, when Muslim League joined them, the cabinet was reconstituted, and the first prime minister of would-be Pakistan, Liaquat Ali Khan, became the finance minister. All right, so no points on this one. So Team Kolkata, next up is your turn. I love the fact that you always smile. So all the best to you. Here comes your question on the screen. Team Kolkata, established in 1990 and also known as Oil Fund, which country has the world's largest sovereign wealth fund? Is it China, US, Kuwait, or Norway? Run the timer, please. You have 15 seconds to ponder upon this one. World's largest sovereign fund. Few $1 trillion. China, US, Kuwait, Norway. Quick answer, please. Quick answer.
Guess is Kuwait.
Kuwait. No, it's not Kuwait. Kuwait is incorrect. I'm going to pass it along to Chandigarh.
US.
US would have been the other obvious guess. I'm going to come to you. Let's click US. It's also incorrect, I'm afraid. I see a very enthusiastic gentleman here in the first row. Please pass along the microphone. Your name first, please.
Yeah, this is Professor Kumar. Yeah, and the correct answer is Norway.
Absolutely right. Let's clap for Mr. Kumar, Norway. Well, they have, what about the prizes? Give me a prize. Don't wait for my instruction. A prize for every correct answer, or maybe more than one, whatever you wish. Give him another round of applause, please, to Mr. Kumar. Well answered. So Norway's sovereign wealth fund has investments across the world. This is the world's largest sovereign fund, a few $1 trillion to be precise. And as I said, their investment spans continents, so to speak. All right, so let's now pass on to team number 6, Team Chandigarh, for the last question of the opening round. Here comes your question. All right, extremely popular in Chhattisgarh, Tijan Bai is an exponent of which traditional performing art form, which enacts tales from the Mahabharata with musical accompaniments. And your options are Pandavni, Drupad, Thayyam, or Nautanki. Run the timer, please. 15 seconds. Use your time judiciously, Team Chandigarh. Drupad? Drupad. Well, you still had at least 8 seconds left before you gave that answer. Let's click B. Drupad. Is incorrect, I'm afraid. B. Drupad. So I'm going to pass it across to Team Bhuvaneshwar. That's the right answer. 5 points. Let's clap for Team Bhuvaneshwar. Pandavni is absolutely right. Comes from Chhattisgarh, and Tijan Bai is an exponent in that art form. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the first round. It was rather low scoring, but as you might have already guessed, Kolkata, we are slow starters, so we are just getting warmed up to the occasion. The teams are getting warmed up to the occasion. There are going to be interesting rounds going forward. But before that, we had an audience question. But probably that's okay. We can go to the scores. I'll ask an audience question any which ways. All right. So how about give me a topic? Cricket. All of you fans of cricket? How many of you fans of cricket? Only 2. Okay, so presumably the other 399 people play Chinese checkers, is it? All right. Cricket. Let's think of a question on cricket. All right. Give me this one. Give me the name of the city where Sachin Tendulkar, the batting maestro of India, got his one-day double 100. Give me the name of the city where Sachin Tendulkar scored his double 100. And there are prizes. You just got a prize, isn't it? So I'll come to you a little. You gave the wrong answer, but please hold on. Let's give a chance to the others. I'll come to you in a while. Somebody else, I'm not going to penalize you if you're wrong. Again, I mean, not to the same people. And may I suggest that if you're trying to Google the answer, well, this might not be the best place for you to stay. Please do not Google, enjoy the show. Just give me the name of a city, any city that comes to your mind. How about you? Sorry? Bangalore. No, it's not Bangalore. Any other answer? Right at the back. Your answer, please. Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad. Well, these days, whenever you gave that answer, whenever you say Ahmedabad, it generally turns out to be the right answer, but not this time. It's not Ahmedabad. You have also got a prize. All right, let me try with you. What's your answer?
Is it Kolkata?
Is it Calcutta? Is it is asking a question to the quiz master? No, it's not Calcutta. Yes, sir, to you. Gwalior. Gwalior is the right answer. Let's clap for him. Gwalior, it is. Gwalior. All right, Gaurav, are we ready with the scores? Here comes the scores on screen after the end of the first round. Well, Team 3, they are leading with 10 points, but not much to choose from. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened to the claps? Please do clap for Team Ahmedabad. Team Ahmedabad is leading, but as I said, these scores are pretty much inconsequential because this is just the first round. We are getting warmed up to it. Let's go to the second round of the quiz. Gaurav, all right, few things to be set up. The next round, in the meanwhile, I'll tell you how it works. The next round is on videos. Rather than telling you what I call it, I'll tell you in a bit. But first, let me tell you about the scoring pattern. Flat scoring of 10 points. This time, we are going to reverse the direction of the round. We are going to start with Team Chandigarh. Okay, so questions are going to be on videos. I call it framed. It's going to be on videos or visuals. If you answer it correctly, good for you, 10 points. If you do not, there are no negatives in this particular round. Can we go to the round, Gaurav, framed? And these are the rules. Questions on videos. This is very far. I'm straining my eyes. Okay, questions are without any options, which means it's not on MCQs. You'll have to guess the answers yourselves. Time limit, well, that's at Quizmaster's discretion, depending on whether the question is easy or not so easy and the length of the question. So, but roughly you'll get around 10 to 15 minutes. Flat scoring of 10 points in the normal sequence. Now, this is very important. Listen to this very intently. In the normal sequence, it's 10 points. So what do I mean that? I'll explain. However, on a pass, teams can go for something called, we are in the midst of IPL, so power play. So I'll give you a demo. So let's suppose the first question, it's not suppose, it is going to be the first question for Team Chandigarh, right? But before they answer, let's suppose Team Amravati and Team Bhubaneswar also think they know the answer. So what they're going to do is just gently raise their hand, throw a chair at me, pretty much do anything to attract my attention. Don't take it seriously, huh? Don't throw a chair at me, just raise your hand. And say power play. On the power play, what's going to happen is that you will have to indicate the power play before I take any answers, before I start taking answers, okay? So on the power play, it's going to be a written affair. You are not going to speak anything. So let's suppose team 1 and 2 are going for the power play, okay? So they'll write the answer. Based on your answer, I won't reveal what you have written to anybody, but I'll just give you your points. It's a plus 10 or a minus 5. But the minus is only if you are taking the power play. If nobody takes any power play, then the question goes in the normal sequence, which is plus 10 and no negatives. Understood to all of you? The reason why we have done this is to give a fair opportunity to all, because sometimes it so happens that you think, well, this question, I knew it. So you have an opportunity. Multiple teams can go for the power play. Here, any questions for me? Teams? Team Ahmedabad, all okay? Any questions for me?
One question.
Yeah.
If one team goes for power play, right, is the question still available to the original?
Yes. It will go because I won't reveal the answer. No? On the power play, I'm not going to reveal the answer, so it still goes to the other teams. All right, said enough. Team Chandigarh, Kriti and Tarushi, all the best to you. Here comes the first question of this round, which I call framed. All right, from the world of football, I'm going to play that video out for you. What is this move in football called that mimics a marine animal? So the thing is, Team Chandigarh, even if you don't know the answer, it's absolutely okay, even if you don't know the answer, but you can work it out from the fact that the question suggests that this is done by a marine animal. So the name of the move is named upon a marine animal. Here, let's play the video. So what is, don't give the answer right now because I'm still going to wait for the power play. Any teams going for the power play? All right, they're right your answer. Power play, I'm going to close it in 3, 2, 1. Power plays are closed only to Team Bhubaneswar. I thought somebody might write that. Courageous move to take the power play, but I'm afraid that's the wrong answer. -5 to Team Bhubaneswar. Please don't clap for a negative though. Yes, Team Chandigarh, it's over to you. What's your answer? No negatives now. Dolphin move. That is precisely what the dolphin move. It's not the dolphin move, but you're kind of close. Team Kolkata, on the microphone, please. It's not dolphin, then what? A marine animal do not pass, no negatives.
Whale.
Whale. No, it's not the whale. Thiruvananthapuram.
Octopus.
Sorry?
Octopus.
Octopus. No, the footballer didn't have 8 hands and legs. Team Ahmedabad. It's not octopus.
Shark.
Shark. No, not the shark, not the tank. Team Amravati.
Just a fish.
Okay, so it's called the fish move. But I can't say that's entirely incorrect because it is a fish in some sense. Bhubaneswar has already answered. So nobody getting any points, rather Team Bhubaneswar losing 5 points. It's over to the audience. Anybody in the audience who wants to answer this? Yes, sir. Wait for the microphone. Just for the sake of all of us, your name first, please, sir.
I am Mani.
Right, sir? What's your answer?
With a seal.
You think it is seal and you have a faint smile as you say that. He thinks absolutely right. Let's clap for him. Well, sir, this is known as the seal. You have the answer on screen. Do not wait for my instructions. Give some prizes. Well done, Mr. Mani. Well deserved. This is indeed called the seal dribble. So never pass a quiz question. You know, marine animal could have got that. All right. So in the same format, next question is going to be for Team Kolkata. But please do not answer in a hurry because first I'll wait for the power plays. All right. Here comes your question on the screen. All right, you've got an easy one. Name the famous temple complex, which is also a tourist destination. But the important part is it is outside of India. not located in India. Play. Just giving me the name of the city wouldn't suffice. I need the name of this temple complex. I come to you in Hawaii. I come to you. This is rather easy. Wait for the power plays. You don't have to watch the entire video in case you're short. Wait for the power plays. All right, write your answer, please. Only one power play. What I've got. Let's play it for a few more seconds. All right, we can freeze that. Enough played. Power plays or Team Bhubaneswar has gone for it. Power plays closing in 3, 2, 1, closed. Only Team Bhubaneswar who picked up a negative in their earlier question. They still do the courageous thing of taking yet another power play. Well, Team Bhubaneswar, the bad thing of power plays is there is a negative element. Ladies and gentlemen, -5 is something that they will not get. Plus 10 points, let's go for them, plus 10 points. Well done, Team Bhubaneswar, but it's now over to Team Kolkata for their answer.
This is in Sri Lanka.
And the name of the temple, no hints, please. And the name of the temple is?
I visited it, but I still can't remember.
Just try and give birth to a new name, that's okay. Let's call it the Sri Lanka Hindu temple, shall we? Do you want to add anything? Last few seconds. All right, I'm going to pass it across to Team Thiruvananthapuram. No guesses? No negatives at all. Please do guess.
Lord Shiva Temple.
Lord Shiva Temple. Well, how can I say that's incorrect? That's not incorrect, but that's not entirely the answer I'm looking for. Team Ahmedabad, on the microphone, please. Don't be lazy.
No guesses.
No guesses. Team Amravati.
Monkey's Temple.
Monkey's Temple. Yeah. Congratulations for giving birth to a new temple. I'm going to pass it across to Team Chandigarh. Hold on. Team Chandigarh.
No guesses.
Are you sure? No guesses? There are no negatives. Come on, try and think of the location first and then probably last few seconds. I'm afraid you have run out of time. I'm going to serve first. The microphone, please. Can a microphone be taken along to serve? Yes, sir.
Pashupatinath in Kathmandu.
Kathmandu, Pashupatinath Temple. Come on. Why all of you are not clapping? Please do clap for sir. Well answered. That is Pashupatinath Temple. Well done. Well, for teams, it's not in Sri Lanka. Well done. Let's clap for Team Bhubaneswar, by the way. They got it absolutely right. Team Bhubaneswar, Nimesh and Anshu. Well done to you. Let's now shift action to team number 4, Thiruvananthapuram, for the direct question. But once again, a quick reminder, do not answer in a hurry. Wait for your turn. Here comes the question on screen. Being in Kolkata, being a Bong, how I cannot ask a question from the world of cuisine. A wonderful delicacy being prepared. I'll give you some clues. This is, of course, a kebab. You'll have to give us the name of the kebab that's being prepared. Watch the full video. Here it comes. Let's do it. One of 10 points is obvious. Let's see probably. One teaspoon of garlic. 1 teaspoon of That's it. That's it. Too bad I can just ask the question and cannot feed you with the actual kebab. But that's okay. Thiruvananthapuram, just hold for a while. It's open on the power play. Team Bhubaneswar going for the power play yet again. Sure. Power plays. Come on. Team Kolkata go for the power play. Power play is closing in 3, 2, 1. Close. No more power plays allowed. Thiruvananthapuram, what's your answer? Name of this delicious kebab. I guess garlic chicken. I said kebab, so the name has to have that word. No, it's not garlic chicken. Ahmedabad. Sikh kebab. Sikh kebab. It's not a Sikh kebab. Amravati. Mutton kebab. Mutton kebab. In such a kebab, many kebabs are made from mutton, but I'm looking for a specific name. Yes, kalmi kebab. Kalmi kebab. Kalmi kebab. No, it's not the kalmi kebab. Chandigarh. 20. Navratan kebab. Navratan kebab. That's what I'm Chandigarh. I haven't come across that name before. Kolkata.
Giloti kebab.
Giloti kebab. And for some strange reason, they did not go for the power play. Good luck that it came all the way to them, ladies and gentlemen, plus 10 points. Let's go for them. This is indeed Giloti kebab. What was the answer? Just to give you a quick background, the name Galati actually comes from, Indo-Arabic galawat. So the moment you put this kebab in your mouth, it melts. So the word for melt is galawat. From that, it comes, the name of Galati kebab comes. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, please do applaud the effort of Team Kolkata. And if I'm not wrong, this is the first 10 pointer, is it, in the quiz? All right, so well done to them. Let's now pass across to Team Ahmedabad for their direct question. Here it comes on the screen. All right, easy one, get your 10 points. Give us the name of the city. Mind you, Krishnaman and Deepshika, not the name of the country. I'm looking for the name of the city from this architecture play. Our plays are open. Go for it anytime you feel confident. That should be enough to identify the name of the city from this monument. If all teams are okay, if nobody objects, I can drop in an additional clue. Any teams objecting to the clue? No? All right. Asian city. It is a capital city of an Asian country. Capital city of an Asian country. Power plays are still open. Closing in 3, 2, 1, closed. Yes, Team Ahmedabad, what's your answer? On the microphone, please. On the microphone, please.
Capital of Kazakhstan, but I cannot recall the name.
You cannot recall the name. Capital of Kazakhstan. I'm afraid is incorrect. Passing it across to Amravati. A little louder, please. England? No. Team Bhubaneswar?
Algeria, capital of Algeria.
No, it's not Algeria. Team Chandigarh?
Pass.
Please don't pass. Asian country. Think of any name that comes to your mind. Might as well say Kolkata. How does it matter? Looks like a Bisho Bangla gate.
No idea.
No idea. All right, passing it across to Kolkata.
Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Once again, please.
Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Kuala Lumpur. No, it's not Kuala Lumpur. Istanbul. Istanbul. No, it's not Istanbul either. All right, passing it across to the audience. Anybody in the audience? I see a hand there. Please pass the microphone along to him. Okay, to the young lady first. Sorry, I'll come to you later. Kabul. No, it's not Kabul. What's your name, dear?
Nana.
Nana. Give a round of applause to her for trying at least. And can you give her a prize? I absolutely love the fact when young people join in quizzes. Give her a prize. All of you, please clap for the young Nana. Well done. But I'm going to now pass across to the gentleman behind. Was that your answer as well, Kabul? So, what's your answer? I'm going to come to you in a while. Pass along the microphone.
I was thinking about Islamabad.
Islamabad. No, it's not Islamabad. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Singapore. No, does not look like. Well, I'm not going to give hints. Well, might as well give now. Looks like an Islamic architecture, isn't it? Yes. Next to you. Quickly, please.
Tehran.
That's the right answer. What's your name, dear? Suraj. Suraj. Yeah. Suraj, all of you please clap for Suraj. That's indeed Tehran. Well answered. Tehran it is. Iran, well, we got some good answers in Islamabad. We got answers like Singapore, but this is Tehran. All right, next up is, in fact, my favorite question of the quiz. Now, before we go to the question, listen to this carefully. There are two parts to the question. To earn full points, which is 10 points, you have to give us both the parts correct. All right? On the power play, how does it work? So if you give only one part correct, you don't get a negative. I'll give you +5 on the power play. All right? But if you are wrong, you get a -5 anyways. But in the normal sequence, to earn full 10 points, you have to give us both the components correct. Let's go to the question. It's not a video. I love this. Give us the name of the cricketer. That's part 1. And part 2 is, which very famous vintage advertisement was inspired from this? So the name of the advertisement is one part and name of the cricketer is one part. Well, looking at the demography, not too many of you were born in that era. This is 1960, by the way. And this incident happened at the Brabant Stadium. I'm giving you all these inputs. Brabant Stadium. Oh, hold on, don't answer. Power plays are still open. This is Brabant Stadium, Mumbai, 1960 test. Who is the cricketer? Going for the power play, teams. Power plays, closing. Going for the power play. Don't speak anything. You have to write the answer on the power play. Closing in 3, 2, 1, closed. Only Team Ahmedabad and Team Kolkata have gone for the power play. And Team Thiruvananthapuram is very interested in what Team Kolkata is writing. Who won the part? And the name of the cricketer, try for it. You have to hide your answer, please, because your neighboring team is very interested in what you are writing. Name of the cricketer, quick. I'm going to give you another few seconds. In the meantime, let's check the answer of... all right, that's a -5 for Team Ahmedabad. -5 for Team Ahmedabad. And waiting for the full answer from Kolkata. No. He was a wonderful fielder, the best fielder of his era, but not correct. But as I've said, they've got one part correct, so they get a +5. Please clap for them, +5 points. Now it's over to Team Amravati. What's your answer? The cricketer and the ad. I'm sure all of you have seen this ad and loved it through the ages. You can guess the ad from the picture itself. He's one of the most good-looking cricketers of his era.
Nirmal ad.
A little louder, please.
Nirmal ad.
Okay, and the other part?
I don't
know. All right, passing it across to Bhuvneshwar.
The ad will be Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Cadbury chocolate.
You want to add something more to it? Cadbury is the name of a company.
Cadbury Silk.
Cadbury Silk.
No. Cadbury chocolates.
Cadbury Silk is what I've heard. All right, I'm going to stick to that. And who's the cricketer?
I don't know.
Take a guess. 1960 Indian cricketer. You have to hold for a little longer. Yes. No guesses on the cricketer. Does he look like Saurav Ganguly? No. All right. Team Chandigarh.
Dairy milk.
What dairy milk? Which company? Cadbury Dairy Milk. All right. And the cricketer.
Cricketer, no guesses.
All right. So I've asked the question to everybody. Okay. Just hold on. Did I come to you? No. So hold on. You want the dairy milk? Cadbury Dairy Milk. All right. And the cricketer.
Ravi Shastri.
Ravi Shastri, 1960. Yeah. Well, by the picture, it could have been Ravi Shastri, by the way, but 1960 was a little too early for him. All right, so before I come to the audience, let me first give the points. Gaurav, once again, 5 points for Team Kolkata And Team Bhubaneswar was, you said silk, right? So no points to you. Chandigarh said dairy milk. So 5 points to Team Chandigarh. It is indeed dairy milk. And now to the audience. Yes, sir. Can a microphone be passed along?
Abbas Ali Beg.
That is Abbas Ali Beg. Ladies and gentlemen, please clap for him. That is Abbas Ali Beg. And hold on. Rather than me telling you the answer, I'm going to show you the ad. This is an ad which all of us have loved while growing up, except for Tarushi, because I'm sure she hasn't watched this ad. But now is when you can watch it. Let's play. Play the ad, please. हम सभी बात है हम सभी All right, and can the microphone once again be taken along to sir? So I'm just going to ask some follow-up question. Don't worry, you have already got your prize, so not to worry on that. I'm not going to take it back. So a follow-up question to this. Now, Abbas Ali Beg getting kissed, probably he was the first cricketer to have been kissed, at least on record, on the field. So Dairy Milk was inspired from this. But can you tell us the name of a novel, very, very famous novel, which also has a very important plot line from this Abbas Ali Beg incident? Give us the name of the novel. I'm going to help you out. It's a Salman Rushdie novel. I'm going to come to you, to the rest of you. Salman Rushdie's novel also references this.
Midnight Children.
It's not the Midnight Children. That would have been an obvious guess. Anybody else in the audience? I want to give you some prizes. Yes, to you. Wait for the microphone. Your name, please.
I'm President. I suppose it is the Satanic verses.
It's not the Satanic verses. No, it's not the Midnight Children. It's not the Satanic verses. It's the Moose Last Sigh. It's the Moose Last Sigh, which also references this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Abbas Ali Beg one. So one of the most handsome cricketers long before Ravi Shastri and the rest of the lot captured our popular imagination. And that was, by the way, Shankar Mahadevan singing one of the most famous advertisements. Last question, Team Bhubaneswar, all ready? They seem. Here comes your question on the screen. All right, what is the name of this martial arts style which is popularly practiced amongst others by the Israeli security force and the Mossad? The Mossad to be particular. Play. That power plays are still open. It's a direct for Team Bhubaneswar, but power plays are on. Closing in 3, 2, 1. Closed. Yes, Team Bhubaneswar, what's your answer? On the microphone, please. It's a 2-word answer. I'm going to give you that clue. It's a 2-word answer. So karate cannot be the right answer because karate is 1 word. Okay. Any guesses? No guesses? Would you like to pass?
Pass.
All right, passing it across to Team Chandigarh.
Exactly, recalling something called SKE or.
How do you spell that?
SKE or.
SKE. No, it's not SKE. Team Kolkata. Pressure of performance on Team Kolkata clearly.
Since it is 2 words, I will just have to guess kickboxing.
Kickboxing. No, it's not kickboxing. Thiruvananthapuram.
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu. It's not Kung Fu. Team Ahmedabad. Jiu-jitsu. It's not jiu-jitsu, that's one word. Team Amravati. No guesses. All right, audience, once again, it's your turn. Who wants to answer this? You seem to know all the answer. You did not have access to my laptop, by the way. All right, pass along the microphone. Pass along the microphone to sir. Yes, what's your answer? Krav Maga. It is Krav Maga. This is Krav Maga. Let's clap for sir once again. He seems to know all the answers. This is Krav Maga. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are through with the second round of the quiz, but I believe we have an audience question. This is only for you, audience. Here comes the question. Oh, easy one, easy one. Name this historical city. Well, by the way, I'm going to make a disclaimer here. This audience question is open to all except for you. Except for you. Let's click. Which historical city is this? Tourist destination. Think of Indiana Jones. Right, we can close that. Want to get the scores ready. I don't need the answer slide. A microphone will be passed along to them. Your name, please. My name is Untitled Chapter. One a little louder, please. Untitled. All right. What's your answer? It's Petra. Petra Jordan, that's the right answer. Please clap for him and give him a prize, please. Kolkata, you can do better than this. Please do clap loudly for the gentleman there. This is indeed Petra Jordan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are playing the national finals of SBI Wizards 2022. We are done with the opening two very exciting rounds. It's a good time to have a check at the balance sheet. At the end of the second round. All right, it is going to take some time. It needs to be controlled at the background. All right, we still have few more rounds. Please do remember, you are already champions. I have to say all these things, right? You're already champions because you have reached the finals. But the top three finishers are going to be handsomely awarded, more importantly, rewarded. All right, are we ready? Let's switch the scores, switch on to the other laptop, please, whoever is controlling that. All right, here it comes. Team number 5 on 15 points. Please do clap for them. Team 1 on 10, 3 on 5, Team 6 on 5. The other two teams, I'm sure they are going to do pretty well and open their account. All right, let's switch back, please. The next round, what do we have? Oh, interesting. The next round, I call it the grid. How does this work? This works, we have few subjects given. Now, teams one at a time will be asked to choose a subject of their liking. Can we go to the round which I call the grid? It's going to come up on screen shortly. It's a mixed bag round of questions. Teams can choose a topic of their liking from the grid subjects. Questions are not on MCQ pattern, so you'll have to think upon the answer based on the clues given in the question. Teams can consult, well, that does not matter. Here, scoring system is flat scoring of 10 points, irrespective of whether the question is on a direct or pass, and no negative. So plus 10, no negatives. Okay, let's go to the first slide, please.
Just take this. How many times will it pass?
It will pass throughout all the 6 teams. Let's go to the next slide, please, Gaurav. All right, so these are the topics that we have in store for the 6 teams. This time we are going to start with Team Bhubaneswar and go in a clockwise direction. Sports, finance, India, banking, personalities, English as an English language, and movies. I suspect you have already chosen. So what's your choice going to be, Bhubaneswar?
Banking.
Banking. I was thinking you are going to go with movies, but banking, well done to you. Let's go to the question on banking. First, it's their chance. If they do not get it right, then it passes to the rest of the teams. Which security gets your 10 points? Easiest question of the quiz. Which security feature was originally developed in the UK as an 11-character alphanumeric code by Equifax employee Michael Stone in 1995? After testing with the Littlewoods Home Shopping Group and NatWest Bank, the concept was adopted by UK Association for Payments Clearing Services, or APACS, and streamlined later to a 3-digit code later as we know it today. So what is this security feature called? I want the name of the security feature which all of us, I can guarantee all of us use it on a daily basis. What is the security feature? Originally 11-character alphanumeric code, now streamlined to 3-digit codes. What is it called? On the microphone, please. I'll be very surprised if you don't get it right. It's the easiest question of the quiz. Swift code? Swift code. No, it's not the Swift code. Team Amravati.
The CVV code.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, plus 10 points. How can you miss CVV codes? On the back of credit cards, debit cards, CVV codes. All of you, please clap for Team Amravati once again. 10 points, you can afford a smile. You just got 10 points for yourselves. This is card verification value, or CVV code as we know it. Well, as the question suggested, now it's MasterCard and Visa. Both follow a 3-digit code, but initially when it was started, it used to be a 11-digit code and alphanumeric. All right, let's go to the next question, which is going to be for Team Amravati. Please choose between sports, finance, India, personalities, English, or movies. India. Let's go to the question on India for Team Amravati. This is your question. You have to give us the name of a city, okay? The first English settlement in Western India. So the city is located in Western India, known as the Western Presidency, began in 1618 when the East India Company established a factory protected by a charter obtained from the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. As Bombay developed, the city lost out in trade, which eventually resulted in the formation of the Bombay Presidency. Question is, in which city did the Western Presidency of the East India Company begin? So with the development of Bombay, this city lost out, but it is where the East India Company established its businesses. Which city? We'll have to wait. Team Ahmedabad is a delay for Team Amravati. Now I'll be very surprised if Team 3 misses it.
Kolkata.
Sorry?
Kolkata.
Kolkata is not in West India. Kolkata is in East India. Didi will be very angry. No, it's not in West India. Ahmedabad.
Surat.
Come on, this is Surat. What else but Surat? Plus 10 points. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to remind you every time to handsomely clap for all right answers. Please do clap for Team Ahmedabad. 10 points to them. This is Surat, now known as the Diamond City. Team Ahmedabad had to get this. So 10 points. All right, next up is your direct Ahmedabad. Please choose from whatever remains.
Personalities.
Personalities. Nobody has yet gone for movies for some strange reason. Okay, this is your question of personalities. A Hindi officer, now the word is within quotes for a reason. A Hindi officer from the External Affairs Ministry coined the terms Griha Mantralaya and Videsh Mantralaya. So he was the one who coined these words. Griha Mantralaya and Videsh Mantralaya for the Home and Foreign Ministry. He was closely associated with the evolution of Hindi as the official language of India. Who is this person? Now, more importantly, you can work it out from the fact that his son probably is more famous. His son probably is more famous. So who is this Hindi officer who worked in the government of India, coined these terms? Who is he? In Ahmedabad. Very easy.
K.H. Subramaniam.
No, but good thinking. That's not the right answer. Thiruvananthapuram. Son is very famous. Take a guess. I'm sure you have heard this name before. He was famously out of the government sometime. Well, I'm not going to give you when, but any guesses? No? You want to pass it across to Kolkata? Very famous person, very famous son. There isn't a soul in India who does not know the son. Father is equally famous though. Any guesses?
So is the son Shashi Tharoor?
I'm looking for the name of the father. The question is about the father, not the son. So who's our father? Any guesses? You know, passing it across to Chandigarh. Hindi, very, very famous person in Hindi. So the person has to do something with the language itself, right? So think on those lines. Hindi language. You need to be a little quiet, please. Team Chandigarh. I have to pass you now. Team Bhunesh. Come on, Harivansh Rai Bachchan, Amitabh Bachchan's father. He was the one who coined the name. Huge round of applause for Team Bhubaneswar. Wonderful, wonderful answer. Who else than Harivansh Rai Bachchan, Amitabh Bachchan's father? Well, that's not the correct description of him, but because he's a legend in his own right, but he coined the terms Griha Mantralaya amongst other things. And he had a huge association, long-time association with the Nehru Gandhi family. Yes. So 10 points to Team Bhubaneswar. Now, next up is 1, 2, 3, 4. Team Thiruvananthapuram. Choose sports, finance, movies, or English. Sports. Let's go to sports. Oh, this is my favorite question of the entire quiz, which may be good or bad depending on how you look at it. All right, look at the scorecard there. I want to read it out for your benefit. It's Shikhar Dhawan, caught Dhoni, bowled Dhoni for 22, Mohammad Kaif, Graeme Smith, and Rahul Dravid. Now, these are the only 4 occurrences in IPL involving MS Dhoni, which happened during the 2008 and 9 session with no similar instances in international cricket recorded. So how are these unique involving MS Dhoni? How are these 4 dismissals unique in context of Dhoni? You know, these are things that you don't have to know. You can work out the answer from the clues provided. So I'm asking, how are these 4 dismissals unique? Think about MS Dhoni. In what context is it different? First catches the wicketkeeper. So why these 4 people? So the question is these 4 dismissals, right? No. Team Kolkata. Question is, how are these 4 dismissals unique? Yes, Team Kolkata, your turn. Come up with some innovative thinking.
Dhoni was not keeping wicket at that time of taking the catch.
Go on, I'm interested. Go on. So, what do you mean? Expand that.
Means he was not keeping the wicket while he
So he took all these catches not as a wicket keeper, but as an outfielder. Ladies and gentlemen, outstanding answer. Plus 10 points. Outstanding answer. Outstanding answer. Come on, team. You should have got that. The question was evidently clear that these are the only 4 instances where MS Dhoni got the wickets not as a wicket keeper for which he is known, but as an outfielder. Don't you think that answer deserves another round of applause? Team Kolkata, well done to you. Now you have got another opportunity to get another 10 points. Please choose between English, finance, or movies. English. English. Okay. Still, nobody has taken movies. Let's go to English. I love this question. A dash word, so you have to fill in the blank. A dash word is a word which contains letters of another word in the same order and with the same meaning. For example, the word contradictory contains the word contrary, which is also a synonym of the word contradictory. So contradictory and contrary means the same thing, right? Similarly, the word signal contains its synonym sign. So sign and signal. Sign means waving, like sign and signal. Both are same. So what are words such as sign and contradictory mean? Here, contrary and sign are called joey words. So you can work it out. If contrary and sign are called joey words, what are the longer words called? The smaller words in the example are called joey words. What are the longer words called? You don't have to know this.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll make a guess. 20 words.
No, you have missed it. You have missed it. Team Chandigarh. If the smaller words are called joey words, what are the longer words in the example called? Mare. It's not a mare. It's not a mare. Bhubaneswar, take 10 points. It's on offer.
Journey one.
Sorry?
Journey one.
No? For some strange reason, I heard Johnny Walker. It's just the morning. Amravati.
Synonyms, I think.
Synonyms. You haven't got the feel of the question. Ahmedabad.
No guesses.
Joey. Joey is the smaller word, so what's the bigger word? No guesses? Passing it across to Amravati.
Surrounds.
Sorry?
Surrounds.
No. It was rather simple. Audience, anybody in the audience? The young one is called Joey. So what is the parent of a Joey called? Kangaroo. Kangaroo's baby is called Joey. So the bigger words are called kangaroo words. The smaller words are called Joey words. Here comes the answer on screen. Once in a while, if you like the question, probably you can clap for the question also. So those words are called kangaroo words. The young one of a kangaroo is known as Joey. All right, we are left with just one more question in the start for Team Chandigarh. Choose.
Your choice. Movies.
My choice. No, don't go with my choice. It's completely your choice. You want to go with movies? All right, let's click movies. Take your 10 points. Vishwa Vijayendra Prasad is an Indian screenwriter and film director who won Filmfare Award for Best Story in 2016 for this actually good movie, Bajrangi Bhaijaan. He also has written The Queen of Jhansi, starring Karnika, starring Kangana Ranaut in 2019. My question is, who is Vishwa Vijayendra Prasad's famous son? Very, very easy. Who is his famous son? His son has been in the news for the last few years and definitely for the last few months. In news all over. Who is his? Mind you, the choice is movies. So of course, the answer has to relate to movies. So if your guess is Lalu Prasad Yadav, probably you are on the wrong track. Well, Lalu Prasad in movies also works, but not this time. Chandigarh, what's your answer?
Yes.
Very famous son. Got an award for Bajrangi Bhaijaan, Vishwa Vijayendra Prasad. Last 3 seconds maybe. I've given you enough time. Any guesses?
Guesses. I think the one who acted in Bahubali.
I need names.
That's what's skipping out.
Don't give clues to other teams. I'll have to pass you Team Chandigarh. Bhubaneswar, what's your answer? On the microphone, please. No negatives. Who is the famous son? Quick answer, Team Bhubaneswar.
R. Rajamouli.
R. Rajamouli. Amravati.
S.S. Rajamouli.
All right. Now what to do? Rajamouli is the right answer, ladies and gentlemen. Clap for Bhubaneswar and Amravati both. Now what you want to Bahubali? Of course, it had to be Rajamouli. Let's go to the answer first. The answer must be S. Rajamouli. All right. First of all, 10 points to Amravati for giving his name correctly. 10 points. Please clap for them. Team Amravati, 10 points. And I'm going to use my discretion here. Rajamouli again is kind of okay with me, but you haven't given his first name correct. So I'm going to use my discretion. I'll give them 5 points. 5 points to Bhubaneswar and 10 points to Amravati. This is, director of magnum opuses, Bahubali 2, presently RRR. How many of you have seen RRR? Only these many people. All right. Well done to you. All right. So this is S.S. Rajamouli. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the third round of this quiz. We have yet another audience question. Do we? Let's go back. Yes. Let's go to the question, please. This is only for audience. Easy one. Which real-life cricketer is training the actor who portrayed him on screen? So give us the name of the real person and the real person. So there are two different people. One actor getting trained by the cricketer who portrayed him on screen. I don't need the answer slide. Be ready with the scores. Not the same people. You've got a prize, right? Something like that. Not to them. Who are the back? Give a try to somebody who hasn't got a prize yet. Your name, please. Your name is Viluvan Mankad. When did you leave playing? Oh, your name, please. Sorry? Lalit. All right. Lalit says this is Viluvan Mankad. And who's the actor? Shreyas Talpade being taught by Viluvan Mankad. Unlikely, no. You've got a prize. Haven't you? You haven't? Okay. To the gentleman here. Your name, please?
Shubham Das.
Shubham. What's your answer?
It's Praveen Kamble.
And the actor?
Shreyas Talpade.
Is absolutely right. Let's give him a round of applause and a prize, please. This is English Shreyas Talpade. Have you heard the movie, by the way? All right. Gaurav, are we ready with the scores. It's going to take some more time. But ladies and gentlemen, aren't you loving the performance of all the 6 teams? Give them a round of applause. Well done. And those who are watching us on stream, this is Praveen Tandon, rightly said by Shubham. But please do understand, they are all bankers who are participating alongside their spouses, their children, so on and so forth. So they are not regular quizzers, but they are doing exceedingly well in this quiz. I'm so proud of their performance. But I have to say, Team Kolkata, I expect even better performance from you because they were phenomenal in the earlier rounds. Let's see how it unfolds. The scores coming up on the screen shortly. I need the scores on screen, please. 2 more rounds to go, by the way. All right, here it comes. Team 1 and Team 5 on 25 points apiece. So please do clap. Top 3 prizes to be given away. Let's shift action to the questions, please. Let's shift the screen, please, to the questions. All right, next is going to be an exciting round. Before that, let's do a quick buzzer test, starting with Team Bhubaneswar. Press the buzzer, please. It's working. Reset. Team 2. A little harder, please. Working. Reset. Team 3. Working. Reset. Can you please remove your name tag a little bit so I have a clear vision of the buzzer sets? Yes, thank you very much. Team 4. Same goes with you. Please remove the name tag a little bit to your left or right. Either way, yeah. Team 5, Kolkata, working, reset. And Team 6, working, reset. All right. So next round, as I have tested the buzzer, it means that the next round is going to be on buzzers. It's going to be fast. It's going to be curious. I call this round fast and curious. All right. Rules of this round are... It's a round on MCQs, so 4 options in each question, but please do not try to be tricky on this. Why? Because some teams, what they do is first they press the buzzer and then they start thinking. Well, you will not get that opportunity here. Because the moment I see you hit the buzzer, you'll have to give an answer immediately. If you do not, I'll take that as a negative any which ways. All right. So if you're pressing the buzzer, make sure you give the answer right away. I'm going to stop reading the question when I see the buzzers. Scoring pattern +10 for a correct answer and -5 for a wrong answer. Only the fastest team on the buzzer will be allowed to answer. One last thing before I ask the questions. Team Bhubaneswar, press the buzzer once again. All right. The other team, Team Kolkata, press it now. See, it won't work. Team Ahmedabad, press, it won't work. What that means is, this is a sophisticated piece of equipment. These are circuit cutting buzzers. If your buzzers do not work, it means only one thing. It means that you have been beaten by some other team for pace. All right. So only the fastest team on the buzzer will be allowed to answer. Reset, please. All the best to all the teams. I'm going to plonk myself at a vantage point so I have a clear vision of all the 6 buzzer sets. +10, -5. Here we go. First question on the screen now. This is your question. Baji Raut was a freedom fighter from Odisha who worked as a boat boy. He refused to ferry the British police across the Brahmani River on the night of 11th October 1938. So, yes, I see a buzzer. Team Kolkata answer.
Assisted Netaji to escape.
On the microphone, please use your microphone.
Yeah, assisted Netaji to escape.
Assisted Netaji. Hold on, Gaurav. Their answer is assisted Netaji to escape. Now I'm going to complete reading the question. What is his claim to fame in the history of Indian struggle for freedom? And the options were hanged alongside Bhagat Singh, assisted Netaji to escape, youngest martyr of India, killed Viceroy Lord Mayo. Team Kolkata, reset the buzzer, please. -5 points to Team Kolkata. Let's click on assisted Netaji to escape. Option B. The correct answer is he is known as the youngest martyr in India. He was killed by the British in firing when he did not accept the British to ferry across this river. Hard luck, Team Kolkata, but many questions to go. Let's go to the next question. Your finger should be on your buzzer sets, all the teams. -5. Your finger should be on the buzzer sets, all the 6 teams. Here comes the next question on the screen. Which not-so-famous actor, mind you, not-so-famous actor, debuted in Bollywood with the 1974 Kishore Kumar directorial Barti Ka Naam Daadi? Manna De, Bapi Lahiri, S.D. Burman, Asha Bhosle. Badti ka naam dadi. All of you would have heard about Chalti ka naam gadi. So this was kind of made on those lines. Badti ka naam dadi. All right, Team Kolkata, they have gone for it. What's your answer?
Kapilani.
That's right, 10 points, 10 points. Kapilani is the right answer. Hadn't I got an answer, Team Kolkata, listen to this. Hadn't I got an answer in another few seconds, I was about to give a clue by saying he sadly expired just few months back. So that would have given another clue. But ladies and gentlemen, please do clap for Team Kolkata, plus 10 points. This is Bobby Larry, the gold man of India, so to speak. Next question on the screen now. William George Morgan was the inventor of which sport, which was originally called Minute, a name derived from the game of badminton, which he later agreed to change to better reflect the nature of the sport. So it's kind of taken from badminton. Volleyball, basketball, softball, rugby. Which is the sport? Mind you, teams who are lagging behind might want to take those half chances. Not too many questions left. Lot of prizes at stake beyond the prestige also of winning the quiz. Volleyball, basketball, softball, rugby. Yes, I see a buzzer, Ahmedabad. What's your answer?
A, volleyball.
A, volleyball is what they say. Let's click A, volleyball. Team Ahmedabad will pick up 10 points. Not an easy one. Full 10 points. Reset the buzzer, please. That's Team 3. 10 points to them. All right, next question up on the screen. Which country has the most number of pyramids in the world? What a silly question. Yes, I see the buzzer. Amravati was almost at the brink of breaking the buzzer sets. What's the answer, Bhubaneswar? Egypt. B, Egypt, ladies and gentlemen, is wrong. Obviously, that would have been the first guess, but let me tell you, Egypt does not have most number of pyramids. It has the most famous ones. The correct answer, let's click Egypt, by the way. Egypt is wrong. The correct answer, audience, quickly. Sudan is the right answer. Let's click Sudan. A, Sudan. So that's -5 to Team Bhubaneswar. Okay, but good going. Next question on the screen, please. Who was one of the last member of the Imperial Civil Service to serve as chairman of State Bank of India? I see Thiruvananthapuram. Go for it. Quickly answer.
H.V.R. Iyengar.
Your answer is H.V.R. Iyengar. Let's click A. H.V.R. Iyengar is incorrect. -5 points to Team Thiruvananthapuram. Anybody else in the first row? Take a guess. Okay, so I've heard all the three names by now. So let's click all the other options. B was incorrect. V.T. Dahija is the right answer. P.C. Bhattacharya is incorrect. All right, let's go to the last question. Please reset the buzzer first. Last question. All your fingers should be on your buzzer sets. Last question. Here it comes. Which famous Pakistani cricketer made his test debut in Karachi in 19? Yes, your answer, Thiruvananthapuram. Waqar Yunus is correct. Plus 10 points. Plus 10 points to Team Thiruvananthapuram. I'm sure all the other 5 teams also knew this answer. But in this round, the idea was to be fast and curious. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm almost out of my breath. But please do put your hands together for all the 6 teams. Good show. This is Waqar Yunus and plus 10 points to Team Thiruvananthapuram. Can we reset the buzzer, please, Gaurav? Well, that was fast. Some costly misses. I really love the answer of Team Ahmedabad. Volleyball was indeed a very, very good answer. A miss from Kolkata, Baji Raut. Probably they should have got that one, but
it happens on the stage.
It happens. Yes, of course. That's called pressure of performance on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a couple of seconds to jot down the scores. But why not ask an audience question? Are we ready? All right, the scores are ready. Can we switch the screen? Team 5 still in the lead with 30 good points. All right. Let's go back, but you are not still home, Team Kolkata, because we still have some distance to go. Okay, if they win, this is to people in the first row. If Team Kolkata wins, do we courier them the prize or we forfeit their prize? Which one? It's their scores. They have achieved it. So good luck to you as well as to the rest of the teams who have traveled. I believe Team Thiruvananthapuram have traveled the longest. So good luck to you. Hope you do well in the rest of the quiz. Let's go to the next round. What do we have? Why am I not getting it on this screen? Can I have the same feed on that bigger screen? All right. I'll come back maybe. So, next round. Let me first explain to you the rules of this round. Last year, people who were here, they would have seen this round. This is an innovation that was that is brought to you by GraceL. So what we do is, instead of giving 4 options in each of the questions, we kind of have turned the round on its head. Instead of 4 options, we give you 8 options in the next round. I call this round just listed. Now listen to the rules of this round very carefully, because, and believe you me, this round can alter the fortune of the team, because the scores that you have might prove to be inconsequential at this point in time. All right. Next round is going to be the deal breaker. Now, 8 options, question do not pass. We are going to start, so maybe this time Chandigarh, we'll start with you. Okay. So there will be a question, 8 options, and not 1, 2, or 3, but 5 of the options are correct. 5 of them are correct. So your job is to identify all the 5 correct options. Please do it one at a time. Do not overthink it, and try to give all the answers in a flurry. But rather than that, what I suggest is you should time out the answers, space out your answers well. Scoring pattern: with each correct identification, teams will be given 5 points. Okay, 5 points for each correct identification. So how many correct answers are there? 5. So if you get 2 correct, you get 5 plus 5, 10. If you get 3 correct, 15, 4 correct, 20. But if you get all the 5 correct, instead of 25, I'll give you a bonus 5 as well. So 30 points at stake. There are no negatives. The downside though is your gameplay stops the moment you give us a wrong answer. So the point is, if your first answer itself is incorrect, you get a motichur ka laddu and a smile from me. Okay. But no points. So plus 30 or 0. Of course, you cannot pass. So try and answer, and you'll have to give us all the 5 answers within 60 seconds. The moment the question is up on screen, your timer will start. 60 seconds. Here, we have a test slide, I believe. This anybody can take, teams or the audience. This is a test slide. Let's go to the next slide. So the question is, tech companies that started in a garage, and the options are Oracle, Amazon, HP, Google. Start answering, people. First answer, quick answer. Amazon, let's click Amazon, 2 Amazon. Well done. Apple, let's click Apple, 7 Apple. Next one. Next is Google, 4. Let's click Google, yes, 2 more to go. Microsoft, I guess 6 Microsoft is correct. 1 more to go. eBay, I heard eBay, eBay is incorrect. Stop the timer, All right, so this is how it works. Hold on. So this is how it works. The first 4 options were correct. So audience gets 20 points, good for you. But the 5th option, it turns to red. eBay is not a correct answer, so your gameplay will stop the moment you give us a wrong answer. So how many points would the audience have got? 20 points. Okay, now click the rest of the remaining ones, just to show the audience which was the other correct options. So those were the correct and incorrect options. Now the trick is, you have to space out your answer, because you have 60 seconds. Now if you think for, let's say, 50 seconds and then start giving the answer in the last 10 seconds, probably it will be difficult for us also to understand what you're saying, and it will be difficult for you also. So space out your answer. And one request to all the teams, please remember this. Please give us the full answer, because what you say, I have to relay that same thing to my backend team. And there has to be an unison in this, because what you say and what he hears, if it is different, then you lose out. So give us the full answer. For instance, if 1 is Oracle, say 1 Oracle. If your answer is Amazon, say 2 Amazon, 3 Hewlett Packard, or 2 HP. So give us the full answer. Already, I think Team Chandigarh is all set. All the best to you. Here comes your question on the screen now. Sovereign countries which are named after people or family: Bolivia, Congo, Philippines, Mauritius, Iraq, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Seychelles. Start answering any moment you like. Full answer, please. Full answer. 6 Jordan. 6 Jordan. Click. All right. So now you know this round ain't that easy as it looks, because your first guess itself is incorrect. You do not get any points, but do clap for them for trying. Jordan, the country Jordan is not named upon a person. Jordan is rather named upon the river Jordan, isn't it? So it's not named upon a person or family. Anybody else in the audience, if you want to try? Yeah. So, Saudi Arabia, let's click 7, Saudi Arabia. 7, Saudi Arabia. House of Saud is correct. Bolivia, let's click next. Bolivia, 1 is also correct. Somebody else in the audience? Right there at the back. Iraq, let's click 5, Iraq. No, Iraq is incorrect. Mauritius, let's click Mauritius. All right, so got it. Let's click all the rest so our audience knows which are the correct and incorrect options. Well, Team Chandigarh, so sorry I can't give you any points, but good that your smile is still on. Team Kolkata, pressure on you. 30 points at stake. Let me tell you, if you get anywhere close to that 30 points, you are almost through this quiz. All right, so all the best to you. Here comes your question on the screen. Now, Mahabharata, the characters who survived the Kurukshetra war. Acharya, Karna, Abhimanyu, Yudhishthira, Dusasan, Bhim, Ashwatthama, Arjuna. Answering.
Ashwatthama.
Full answer, please. 7
Ashwatthama.
7 Ashwatthama. 5 points. You have a lot of time left.
1 Kripacharya.
1 Kripacharya. 10 points. 27 seconds gone.
8 Arjuna.
8 Arjun. 15 points.
6 Bhima.
6 is Bhim.
And 4 Jutsu.
Time, take your time. But already finished Jutsu. Ladies and gentlemen, that's full 30 points. Subrat is not smiling for some reason. All of you clap the loudest for them once again. What a wonderful show. What a wonderful show.
I'm not smiling because I thought we got it too easy.
All right, let's click the other. Hold on. Just to tell the audience, the other 3 are indeed incorrect. Karna was incorrect, Abhimanyu and Dushasan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 30 points. That kind of pretty much seals the quiz, but whether one of the teams can, somehow prove to be a hindrance to the apple cart, we'll see. Thiruvananthapuram, next up is your direct microphones in hand and all set. Here comes your question on the screen. Prime Ministers of India whose elected constituency was Uttar Pradesh. P. Narasimha Rao, Narendra Modi, Morarji Desai. Narendra Modi, full answer. Full answer. 2 Narendra Modi. Wait. Next is Atal Bihari Vajpayee. 5.
3 Morarji Desai.
3 Morarji Desai. Take your time. You have lots of time.
8 Lal Bahadur Shastri.
You are already wrong, my dear. He was on a poem. See, the idea for the rest of the 3 teams, utilize your time. You don't have to go too fast. You just took 22 seconds. You should think over it, right? But ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. They get 10 points. 10 points. Narendra Modi, of course. Varanasi constituency. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Let's click the other ones. Oh, hold on. We still have some prizes. Where are the prizes? We still have some prizes, is it? Lots of them? Okay. You have got lots of answers. Not to you. You have also got, the gentleman there in the, Rajiv Gandhi. Your answer, please. Rajiv Gandhi. What's your name?
Vibhash.
Vibhash. Let's click Rajiv Gandhi. Give him a prize, please. Give him a prize to Vibhash. Audience, Kolkata, please do appreciate the effort. Please clap for Vibhash. Somebody who hasn't got a prize yet. Let me spot somebody first. The gentleman in a green shirt there, in green shirt. Yes, you are wearing green. Don't look confused. What's your name?
Abhishek.
What's your name?
No, Shaha.
Yeah.
Chandrasekhar. 7.
Okay, let's click 7. Let's see whether Abhishek Bachchan is correct or not. It's correct. Give me a prize, please. Give me a prize. Well done. Rest we can click. All right. Are we on time? Is it? Oh, we are a little behind schedule. So I'm going to end the quiz in another few seconds or minutes, maybe.
One small doubt. How much time do we have? 30 seconds or 60 seconds? 60.
All right, Team Ahmedabad. All the best to you. Here comes your question on the screen now. Articles of fashion named after places: sneakers, tuxedo, jersey, capris, stiletto heels, duffel bag, denim, sombrero cap.
3 jersey.
3 jersey, 5 points.
2 tuxedo.
Take your time. 2 tuxedo, 10 points. 20 seconds gone. Capri, radio. Sorry, once again. Eight sombrero. Incorrect. All right, the easiest one would have been denim jeans, denim. Let's click the other ones. All of them click together. Denim would have been the easiest one. Capri pants are also named after a place. Duffel bags named after duffel. Sneakers was incorrect. Stiletto heels. So first of all, clap for them. 10 points is what Team Ahmedabad gets. Okay, quick follow-up question to the audience. Only one question. What are stiletto heels? So many women wear. Though this also could be a quiz question. The heels that you see, heels were not essentially designed for women. It was designed for men. Men who were horse riders. So they used to wear heels. Later, it turned out to be a fashion item worn by women. But these days, many women wear stiletto heels. Can anybody tell me what are stiletto heels named upon? Why are they named so? Anybody? Quick answer. Dagger? Yes. Stiletto is the name of a knife or a dagger. Give a round of applause to Team Kolkata. I'm not going to give you a prize though, because you are almost on your way to winning the grand prize. So stiletto heels were named upon stiletto knife or stiletto daggers. All right, next question is going to be a direct for Team Amravati. Please hold the microphone in your hand and all the best to you. Here comes your question. Yes, cricketers who have taken more than 500 wickets in Test cricket. Dave King, Koti Ward, Javagal Srinath, Glenn McGrath, so on and so forth. Start answering in a moment. 7 is Anil Kumble. Let's start with 7 Anil Kumble. 5 points. 6 is Shane Warne. Sadly died. 10 points. 4 is Glenn McGrath. 15 points. Go slow. You have lots of time. 2 more to go. James Anderson. Next is James Anderson. 5 is 20 points. Only 1 more to go. You have more than 25 seconds left. Only 1 more to go. 2 copy walls and people have started clapping for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. That's 30 good points. 30 very, very good points from Team Amravati, and Team Kolkata is back in pressure. All right, well done. By the way, let's click on the other ones. Dale Stein, Javagal Srinath, and Daniel Vittori. Well answered indeed. Team Bhubaneswar, who is watching the wonderful performance of Team Amravati, but now you'll have to wake up from your slumber, and here comes your question on the screen. National parks and the state in which they are located. Silent Valley is Odisha, so on and so forth. Number 4, they start with number 4, Jim Corbett, Uttarakhand. 7. Number 7, Puradev, Rajasthan. Number 6 is Namdapa, Arunachal Pradesh. 5 is Pura, Maharashtra. Number 5. No, 5 is incorrect. But good, 15 points. Let's clap for them, please, Team Bhubaneswar. Dudwa is not in Maharashtra. Let's click on to the other answers so that our audience knows, and please be ready with the scores, Gaurav, after this one. All right, so those were the right and the wrong combination. Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy the round? If so, then please do clap. Well answered by most of the teams. Hard luck for Team Chandigarh, but I'm sure you'll do make amends in whatever is left in the quiz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are left with the last round of the quiz. Before that, the all-important scorecard. Here it comes on your screens. Last round of the quiz. All right. Can we switch on the scores, please? Is it going to take some more time? Presumably not. So I believe Team Kolkata still has a slender margin, but Team Amravati has made a strong comeback, so they might be in the runners-up position. We'll get a call. 60, 50, 35. 5. Let's get back to the question. Last 6 questions to complete the quiz. Last 6 questions. Let's go to the round first before I explain to you the rules. Brain games. We need to switch screens once again. Back in team. Last round, I call it brain games. All right, let's go to the round, please. 6 more questions to complete the quiz. Questions are not on MCQ. which means you have to answer your own question, put on your thinking caps. Questions will pass in the normal sequence from team 1 towards team 6, splash scoring of 10 points irrespective of whether the question is on a direct or pass, no negatives. But one more thing, since we did it in the last passing round, you can go for the power play. Any teams, you can go for the power play. On the power play is going to be a plus 10, minus 5, okay? All rules clear? Any questions for me? Last 6 questions to complete the quiz. We'll start with Team Bhubaneswar. Do not answer in a hurry because it's going to be open on power play to the rest of the teams. Let's go to the first question, please. It is a river in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is roughly 250 kilometers in length. The more common name of the river means, quote unquote, white water. The common name of the river, however, also lends its name to a deadly disease. What is the name of the disease? It's a direct for Team Bhubaneswar. Power plays are open. Go for the power plays. Teams who are not in a strong position, only 6 more questions to go. So go for the power play and take those half chances. Closing in 3, 2, 1. Closed. Team Bhubaneswar, answer. No negatives now. You have to think of a name of a disease which takes its name or owes its origin to the name of this river in Democratic Republic of Congo. You cannot pass on this one. Come on. Think of a disease and probably you will be right. Bhubaneswar, quickly. Cancer. So the name of the river is River Cancer. No. Team Amravati. Ebola. Ebola. Team Amravati, you were on 50 points on the first runners-up spot, and Kolkata were on 60 points. Kolkata is still busy in discussion. Kolkata, I'm going to give you a mini heart attack now. They have tied with you on 60 points. Ebola is the right answer. Wonderful, wonderful, Amravati. Here comes the answer on screen. This is indeed Ebola. All right, good answer. Did you guess that or you knew it anyways? You read it in a newspaper, which is always a good habit to catch in young age. Please do clap for them once again. So that's 60 to Kolkata, 60 to Amravati. Few more questions to go. But Amravati, next up is your direct question, so you can pick up another 10 points. Here it comes on your screens. Of the 10 longest and deepest caves in India, the first 9 of them are in this state, while the 10th is in Mizoram. The longest is called the Kremliatpra in the Jaintia Hills, where the word Krem means cave in their local language. Annual caving expeditions known as Caving in the Abode of the Clouds are currently undertaken for both scientific and recreational pursuits. Which state in India has 9 of the 10? No, it's not your chance. Okay, power play. I'm going to come to you. Has 9 of the top 10 caves in India. So power plays are open. Please write your answer. Team Bhubaneswar, Team Ahmedabad. Any other power plays here? You're going for the power play? Okay, closing in 3. Kolkata, go for it. It's easy. Closing in 3, 2, 1. Closed. No longer allowed. I'm going to allow Bhubaneswar first. That's 10 points to Team Bhubaneswar. Please clap for them. 10 points. 10 points to Team Ahmedabad. Team 3. Please clap for them. And 10 points to Team Thiruvananthapuram. So all the 3 teams get 10 points apiece. And Team Amravati, it's now your turn. It might be Maharashtra. Maharashtra. No, it's not Maharashtra. Team Kolkata. That's the right answer. It is Meghalaya. Abode of the clouds. That word itself means Meghalaya. Here comes the answer on screen. Yeah. By the way, Team Kolkata also gets 10 points. Meghalaya. All right, next up is the direct question for Team Ahmedabad. Here we go with your question. According to the Limca Book, is the easiest question. Come on, all of you go for the power plays. According to the Limca Book of Records, this Indian television show once received the highest ever documented audience responses in the history of Indian television. Over 1.4 million letters were received in a single week. The Indian Postal Department, as a matter of fact, was then forced to issue a different category of postcards, which they call the competition postcards, priced at 2 rupees each, for participating in such contests. So just to give you a background of this, Many of you might know of competition postcards that India Post came up. The reason why they came up with was because of this television show, since it received such fanfare. Don't answer right now. Ahmedabad, it's open on the top play, closing in 3, 2, 1. Only team 1 and 6 will be allowed to answer. -5 is something you will not get. Plus 10 points. Bhubaneswar, please clap for them. Plus 10 points. Chandigarh, I really wish you get your 10 points. Absolutely correct. Plus 10 points to team number 6. Audience, do I have to remind you every time to clap? There's no GST applicable for clapping. Chandigarh, good 10 points. Well done to you. All right, it's direct for team Ahmedabad. Answer. Surabhi. That's 10 points. Ahmedabad, this is Surabhi. Good answer. With that, let's see whether you have also comfortably moved up to the podium finish or not. By the way, this is Surabhi. Audience, quickly, who are the two people? Who are the two hosts? Yes. Full name of Siddharth? Siddharth Ka. Yes, that's Renuka Sahane and Siddharth Ka. Let's clap for ma'am, please, and give her a prize. Audience prize for ma'am. What's your name, ma'am? What's your name, ma'am? Sonali. Sonali, well done. This is Siddharth Ka and Renuka Sahane. All right, Gaurav, just to reiterate that, team Bhubaneswar got 10 points, team 1, team Chandigarh, and team Ahmedabad. These are 3 teams. All right, next question is for team Thiruvananthapuram. Where comes your question? I love this question. The first ever car in Nepal was a gift of the 1938 model of Mercedes-Benz to King Tribhuvan. My question is, who gifted this car to the king? The person who gifted this car to the king. There are lots of clues. You have to work out. There are a lot of clues in the question. It says 1938 model. So think. It's open on the power plays. Open on the power play. Closing in 3, 2, 1, closed. Team 4, answer. Team should have taken those half chances. This is rather easy.
JRD Tata.
JRD Tata. No, is incorrect. Team Kolkata. Mercedes-Benz, 1938. Quick answer, please. I want names. I want name. Audience, that's not fair. Please be quiet. Quick answer, last 3 seconds. I need a name. Come on, Kolkata. Sorry? No, Team Chandigarh.
No idea.
Please do not pass. Listen to what other teams are saying. It is the easiest answer that you can ever come across. Are you sure you want to pass, Team Chandigarh? Unfortunately, I have to pass you, Team Bhubaneswar. Take your 10 points. 1938 model नहीं Angela Merkel कहाँ से? Amravati, not answering. Ahmedabad. Hitler. Heard of one certain Adolf Hitler? Ladies and gentlemen, 10 points. 10 points to Team Ahmedabad. Why go to those directions? Adolf Hitler. Who else? 10 points to Team Ahmedabad. Team Kolkata will be kicking themselves. All right, Gaurav, before we proceed any further, by the way, 10 points to Team Ahmedabad. Krishna is looking rather pensive and thinking whether they are in the podium position or not. I'm interested to have a look at the scores before we end the quiz with the last 2 questions. Let's see where the teams stand at the close of the 4th question of the last round. All right. How many of you are supporting Team Kolkata, by the way? Raise your hand. Very quickly. What a bad question to ask at Kolkata. But I'm sure, Kolkata, good luck to them if they win. But if they don't, I'm sure you're going to equally appreciate the efforts of the other 5 teams. As we said the score, please do clap for all of them. All right, I'm also in some nervous tension. Gaurav, quickly, please. Here comes the scores. 70-65. I don't know why you are not clapping. 65-70. Could not have been any closer than this. All right, team 3, team 5. Let's go back. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we come to the close of our SBI Wizards 2022. Team Kolkata is the winner. No, of course not. Of course not. We still have 2 more questions to go. Team Ahmedabad, it's equal chance. By the way, please do ponder upon the fact about the fairness of this quiz, because all questions are open to all. So all the 6 teams have equal opportunity if they wish to do that. Ahmedabad, especially to you, all the best. You have to go for the power play if you want to win. Next direct question is for Team Kolkata. Here it comes on your screen. Fairly simple. Madiba shirt is adapted from Indonesian batik print, which is a technique of cloth dyeing. Widely popular in many countries across South Asia, in October of 2009, UNESCO designated Indonesian batik as, quote unquote, masterpiece in oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Which renowned politician, this is rather easy, which renowned politician made this batik adapted shirts internationally famous as part of his regular attire? Open on the power players, I've seen that. Okay, team 3 be ready, team 5 and team 6. 3, 5 and 6. What a bad time to lose 5 points. -5 to team 3. -5. +10 to team 4. Please clap for them. +10 to team Thiruvananthapuram. -5 to team Chandigarh. -5. Please do not clap for Schadenfreude. Do not clap for a negative. All right, it's a direct for Kolkata. Kolkata, well, you will be heaving a sigh of relief because they just got a -5. But what's your answer?
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela. Come on, Nelson Mandela. +10 points. Here comes the answer on screen. Here comes the answer on screen. And ladies and gentlemen, if my mathematics is correct, which I hope it is, team number 5, Kolkata, if they do not do anything stupid in the last question, if they sit tight quietly and do nothing, I present to you the champions of SBI Wizards 2022. It's Team Kolkata, Subrat and Pragya. But we still have 1 more question to go. There is some fight left for the first runners-up spot. The last question will be for Team Chandigarh. Here it comes on the screen. Last question. The first time it happened in Indian elections was with somebody called A.R. Krishnamurti against I can't read it from there, R. Dhruvanarayana at the Southern Halli constituency of Karnataka during 2004 assembly elections. The second such instance happened to C.P. Joshi when he lost to BJP candidate Kalyan Singh Chauhan in Natwara constituency of Rajasthan in 08 constituency elections. Ironically, Congress party came to power after defeating the ruling BJP, but C.P. Joshi, who was considered architect of this victory, lost himself. So all these 2 instances that I have suggested in the question leads to what? These 2 are very, very rare occurrences in Indian election. So what rare occurrence happened in these 2 instances? You have to tell us the rare instance which happened in both these elections. It's open on the power play, by the way. Last question is for Team Chandigarh. Team Ahmedabad, you can still try to go for the power play. Power plays are open for the last 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and closed. Team Chandigarh, answer.
The CM nominated candidate himself was defeated.
So these are the only 2 instances, according to you, where the CM candidate was defeated. No, that there has been umpteen instances of that happening, not only these 2. Team Bhubaneswar, this is very, very rare. Any answers?
The person who has been nominated for the CM has lost the election.
Other party was one. No, that again has happened many a times. Amravati, take a guess. No negatives at all. You know, in quizzes, you should never pass a question. Even those half chances might convert to points. Amravati, last few seconds. Do you still wish to pass? All right, passing across to Ahmedabad.
Actually,
a little louder, please.
Yes, the winning margin was very low. I think only in single digits.
Can you be a little more specific? You are already there. If you are saying single digit, what?
By 1 vote.
That's very interesting. Krishnam from Team Ahmedabad says, and Ahmedabad is known as the city of elections, you know why. And Krishnam says these are the only two occurrences, at least one of the two which is well known, where the winning margin was only one vote. Ladies and gentlemen, we started this quiz. I haven't said that's the right answer, by the way. We started the quiz with two questions being unanswered. I still remember Bhubaneswar and Amravati could not answer their opening two questions. But the close of the 2022 edition of SBI Wizards is nothing short of exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 points to Team Ahmedabad. What an answer! What an answer! These are the instances where the margin was only one vote. Here comes the answer on screen. So in the other way, you can say that they lost by a single vote. All right. So winning or losing margin was only one vote. All right, so now that we are done with the quiz, a couple of very important token of appreciation to many people. First of all, to head office, ma'am has already joined us. I don't know if I'm audible. If somebody can tell me if I'm audible to ma'am. Yes. Hi, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you have enjoyed watching the 6 teams perform. First of all, as we get this course ready, your first thoughts, please, ma'am.
Well, it has been, as one of the contestants said, probably a roller coaster ride for everyone. And it's been really enjoyable. I wish we could have reached a few more people. I think today was a hectic day in the life of many SBIians. So many of them could not join. But hopefully the YouTube streaming is still there. It will be there for them to watch a little later. May I continue with, my message, if that's okay?
Yes, please, yeah. Go ahead.
So I compliment all of the finalists as well as the participants who participated right from round 1 for the efforts during the past financial year. Look forward to new milestones from you, and also look forward to new milestones from all our colleagues in the bank. On behalf of DMD HR and CDO, Mr. O.P. Mishra, who couldn't be here with us today, although he had planned to be here, we look forward to determination, commitment, hope, enthusiasm, and energy from all our dedicated, loyal, and enthusiastic employees who have worked diligently during uncertain and difficult situations. With an intent to foster positivity, as envisaged by our chairman, bank has been taking various steps to enhance, the enthusiasm in the organization, including this online family quizzing event, which was launched last year exclusively for our employees and their families. We have continued this year covering areas related to general knowledge, current affairs, personality, sports, entertainment, history, geography, so many things as you've seen today. Quizzes make learning more interesting and encourage participants to learn creatively. The enthusiasm generated encourages and promotes self-learning and a spirit of competition. It is my pleasure to congratulate all the 6 teams on reaching the final round. And I would especially like to appreciate the efforts of family members who joined SBIians in the event. Thank you for being a part of our team. I'm certain that this event, which commenced in March 22, has been a source of positive energy for all of us. Positivity has a direct bearing on how one comprehends and approaches any situation, official or personal. Positive thinking stimulates our brain to make sure it is functioning at its best, increases energy levels, making us more alert and better equipped to perform our duties. As it reduces stress, positive thinking also helps us focus better. While congratulating the proud winners of the final round today, I also congratulate all the teams for their enthusiastic participation. I thank the audience, and I would also like to say that many more opportunities for excelling lie ahead, not only for all the participants, but for all of us in the bank. Let us together continue our endeavors with enthusiasm to strengthen our SBI family so that we keep the bank's flag always flying high. We will have our chairman's message also in a bit. I think after the results are announced. I wish all of you good luck, success, and much happiness in financial year 2022-23. सितारों से आगे जहां और भी हैं, let us go to that. Thank you very much. And may I have a round of applause from everyone who's there for the grand finale and for the finalists and for the quiz master who has enthralled us with his questions and the way he has, conducted this quiz, the grand finale for the quiz. Thank you so much, Mr. Gautam Bose, and thank you so much, SBIL Kolkata, for doing a wonderful job of this quiz. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for those kind words. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this, and I'm not saying this just because Madam Lakshmi Srinivasan is with us. But when we thought of this quiz, she was the first person that I approached, and she readily accepted to this wonderful, wonderful idea. And in more ways than one, she has been instrumental in what you are seeing today. So, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause to Srinivas, ma'am. Thank you very, very much for all your kind help and support.
Thank you. Right. And I will just add also my appreciation of the STU team, Ijaz Ahmed and his team, for doing a wonderful job here. Thank you so much.
Of course. Yeah, Mr. Ijaz Ahmed, if you've joined us, thank you very, very much, sir, for all your help and the entire team of STU. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, all that you've been waiting for is the final results. Top 3 podium finishers will be handsomely rewarded, but beyond that, I'm sure all the 6 teams who have traversed through kilometers would have enjoyed this experience. Team number 5, ladies and gentlemen, Team Kolkata, can you please stand and wave to the audience, the champions of 2022 edition of SBI Wizards Quiz. Well done to you. And didn't I tell you they were the team to look out for, because even in the initial rounds, they scored the highest. So no surprises, Team Kolkata. Congratulations. Kindly be seated. Another round of applause to them, please. Well, next up, they were one of my favorite teams today. Had they not picked up that negative at that crucial point, probably they would have given a run for the money to Team Kolkata. But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first runners-up. Please clap for Team Ahmedabad. Please wave to the audience. Thank you very, very much. Wonderfully done. All right, kindly be seated. And ladies and gentlemen, team number 2, wonderful, wonderful. They picked up that crucial 30 points. Please clap for team number 2 as the second runners-up. And do not forget the contribution of the remaining 3 teams who did equally well. So, round of applause to the other 3 teams. Well, now you know who the winners are. We are going to start with the prize distribution ceremony in a while. But before that, we have an important message from none other than Chairman Sir. Can we play out the message that Chairman Sir has for all the teams here? And in the meanwhile, Mr. Das, if you are here, yeah, okay. Can Chairman Sir's message be played?
My dear friends, congratulations to each one of you for the wholehearted participation in SBI Wizards 2022. I observed that this in-house quiz event, which was started last year, has become more popular this year. My compliments to the teams who qualified for the finals. I'm sure all of you have enjoyed the quizzing journey to the finals. We in SBI have always been mindful of employee well-being and happiness. To add joy to the work and life, SBI Wizards was started in 2021, in which family members of the employees could also participate. As bankers, we need to know about many things in order to truly serve our customers. Apart from our internal products and processes, we are also expected to keep abreast of developments at national and international level. Quizzing is a good way to make the learning interesting, adding an element of healthy competition among teams through fun activities help to keep everyone on their toes. To my mind, a quiz is not just about ticking a box when it comes to employee engagement. The objective is to have employee participate actively to develop a learning culture and ultimately create a better atmosphere in the working place. I'm happy that SBI Wizards has met this objective. Positivity gained through contribution leads to happiness, and happiness leads to success. We must always appreciate the little wins and recognize that we are in the journey together. As we step into the new financial year, I would like to compliment all our staff and their family members for their support in ensuring the smooth functioning of the bank during the unprecedented pandemic and keeping the wheels of the economy moving. I'm sure that with your continuous efforts and support, there is nothing that can stop the bank in setting new benchmarks in banking services in the coming years. I would like to conclude with a round of applause to the winners of SBI Wizard 2022 and all others who have contributed to the success of the event through their active participation. I wish all SBIans and their families good luck for the new financial year. Thank you and Godspeed to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, sir, if he's hearing us for that lovely message. And ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the all-important prize distribution. We are thankful to have the presence of some very important functionaries. I'm going to call them in no particular order. May I please call upon stage Mr. Madhukar Anand, GM and Director SBIL, onto the stage, please, with a round of applause. Mr. Arvind Kumar, GM Network 1, LHO Kolkata. Kindly on stage, please. Mr. Shuja Yadav, GM Network 2, LHO Kolkata. Mr. Ashok, GM Network 3, LHO Kolkata. Mr. Ashok, please on stage, please. Welcome, sir. Kindly join us. Mr. N.S. Moni, DGM Funds. Sir, please welcome them with a round of applause. And Mr. N. Krishna Kumar, Dean, SBIL. All right. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, as you would have already understood, they are very important people busy in their daily work life, but they have consented to be with us and enjoy the entire quiz for their time. All of them deserve a rich round of applause. Thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you for being with us today. All right. So we are going to give away the prizes in the reverse order of this course as it is done in beauty pageants. Well, this ain't any beauty pageant, but I'm going to call up the second runners-up, as they call it in Miss India. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Team Amravati. Welcome, Team Amravati. They are the second runners-up of SBI Wizards. Can we have the checks? Well, Team Amravati, these are dummy checks. We give you the real one. Don't worry. Please accept your prizes. Give a round of applause to them. 10,000 rupees. To Lakshmi Bhagya and Gayatri. Thank you very much. Kindly take your seats and congratulations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now on to the first runners-up, the husband and wife combo, Deepshika Sinha and Krishnam from SBI Ahmedabad gets the first runners-up and a check of 15,000 rupees. What happened to the claps? Audience, you can do better than that. Well done, Team Ahmedabad. Thank you, Team Ahmedabad, and congratulations to you. Hope you have a good dinner today at the City of Joy. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about the City of Joy, it indeed was a joy for the home team. The winners, Subrat Kumar and Pragya Subrat from Team Kolkata, the winners. Please accept your prizes. Can we have the checks, please? 25,000. Do we deduct the TDS from you? But well done. Please stay back for a while. May I once upon call the other two winners with the checks? Sir, can we have the checks, please, for a group photograph? Can I call Team Amravati and Team Ahmedabad? Please join us in the first row so that we can have a group photograph. Thank you all. Please kindly take your seats. Thank you all. Thank you to the dignitaries. You can please join us back in the audience. Thank you very, very much indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all good things comes to an end, as they say. But with a promise to come back again, hopefully very soon. It has been a wonderful experience for me. I've been part of the SBI family, though I'm not an employee in SBI. But in more ways than one, I've been involved with this bank for the longest time, for more than a decade almost. And I've always cherished and enjoyed my association. So until we meet again, two very important things which all of you, all the participants, all the audience should keep in mind. Always stay curious and always keep smiling. Until we meet again, thank you very much, and it's bye-bye from me.
Good afternoon all. I now request our GM and Director Sir, Sri Madhukar Anand, to give vote of thanks.
Afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon, Madam Lakshmi Srinivas, CGM and Head STU. Mr. Arvind Kumar, Network 1, GM, Kolkata. Mr. Sujay Yadav, GM Network 2, Kolkata. Mr. Ashok Mahakul, who has just left, GM Network 3, Kolkata. Mr. N.S. Mani, DGM Funds, GM, Kolkata. Mr. Krishna Kumar, our Dean, and members of Team SBIL and the audience present here, and those who are connected online. It has been a matter of great pride for SBIL to have been selected again to host this gala finale. I must thank my entire team for rising to the occasion and meeting the high standards that is expected of us. I would like to especially mention the team that created the prelude video for almost 9 minutes. The person who was given the responsibility, that is one Sutitra Sarkar, and the voiceover given by our own faculty, Swati Sen Gupta, and the entire team that was looked after the audiovisual arrangements, starting from Mr. Sushim, Jim Admin, and his team, Manoj, Angutashi Bhutia, and Madhukar Gupta, Ankita Pramik. The last couple of hours have been very enthralling, to say the least. We have thoroughly enjoyed the quiz. I must convey my sincere thanks on behalf of us present here to our strategic training unit also for conceptualizing this annual quiz event. As it has often been said, no matter what level of education you have to continue to learn and be curious, as the quiz master said. And thank you very much once again. And I hope we meet next year again with a greater enthusiasm and with more audience. Thank you. And as for all the hard work that the quiz master has done, we have decided to felicitate him too. Now the program has come to an end. Now we request all of you and cordially invite you to the lunch that is being arranged at our dining hall, Chipti. Please, we request all of you to proceed there. Thank you.